What I love about performing drag is
it is a fantasy fulfillment. I get to be a rock star, even though I can't sing. So that's not really my personality. That's a part of my personality, and drag brings that out, and I love it.
We all have different aspects of ourselves, and some can be considered masculine and some feminine.
In an ideal world, I would like to be able to turn from a woman to a man at will.
It doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be a man. It means I can be a persona.
And for me, doing drag is about kind of walking through the world with a confidence that women aren't really allowed to have.
And I do high femme, and I do sort of, femme guy.
I think it is for me about trying to put on a male persona.
I really feel like the character really comes from me.
It's also a way to express my politics, to talk about my politics, to figure out what the heck my politics are.
Drag means just having fun. I just have fun when I'm on stage doing this. Oscar Wilde said it best when he said that we're all born naked, and then after that, the rest is drag.
Even as a child, I wanted to be Gene Kelly so bad. He could do dapper, he could do scrappy, he could do, suave. What turned me on to it in the beginning is Sarah Gordon as Ricky Martin. Do you remember that? She was so much sexier than he ever was. She was so hot. I was like, wow, that's my roommate. Wow, I think she's hot. Oh my God.
The character that I best like to do is Prince. He's like this drag persona himself.
All I wanna do is wrong. Get up. Get up.
He's really effeminate, and he's got a lot of issues. He's a misogynist,
Like if I was a guy and had hair, it would be kind of scraggly, I think, if I had facial hair. So I just kind of went with that, and I really like Al Pacino, so I kind of just developed this sort of Al Pacino kind of skanky guy thing, and I wear like a really big dick, it's kind of like an over-the-top kind of thing.
My first performance in drag, I did Chuck the Firefighter.
Around me, I get a fever so hard, breaking the fever. When you kiss me.
He's just an average Joe, Very mild drag, I have to say. I drew on my little mustache and, I didn't tape down or anything.
I started thinking about my role for Dykes Do Drag would be, I would be the femme counterpoint.
Such an effort, if we only knew of my plan in just 7 days, I can make you a man.
And I wanted to work on just that vampiness level of a drag queen.
For his cause, we'll make him glisten and gleam, and with massage and just a little bit of steam.
So right now I'm working on a couple things where I'm singing live, and it's fun because I'm trying to embrace the whole spontaneity thing.
Si suona così, con grazia plebea, le mani che sudano e offrono a noi, caro desir, l'arabesca impossibile, dove tutto è niente, solo musica, prova musica.
I performed Leonard Cohen's song, I'm Your Man, just dressed in black, late at night, the party's over, kind of feeling.
If you want to strike me down in anger.
The whole song is about, if you want a lover, I'll do anything for you. If you want another kind of lover, I'll wear a mask for you. It just was kind of that very perfect element of me portraying a man, the possibility that I could be any kind of man.
If you wanna drive a clan inside, or if you wanna take me for a ride, you know you can. I'm your man.
You know, it's winter. We've got tons of clothes on, and I was taking off all my layers and flannel and fleece and, you know, Gore-Tex, thinking about like, oh God, it's the winter striptease. And then that kind of evolved into if you're doing your job right as a performer, there's that relationship, that really fine filament that you hook into the audience, and you feel that connection and you feel that interaction. I do feel that, like, ooh, I love it up here. Ooh, it's warm. Ooh, you guys are really cool. And then I also think I'm supposed to be in this spot because this light has to hit me, so here I go.
I guess the Sugar Sugar performance is probably my favorite piece. I did karaoke one night. People were like, we want Lenny to do a piece. And I was like, what Sugar Sugar? Or like in a kind of a punk rock way. And then I was like, oh, that would work for Lenny. I don't think Lenny's very sexy. I like his clothes. I mean, don't know. He's kind of cute, I guess.
I got $1 off them bitches. I flipped everybody off. This is a straight crowd. That's what that is, man. That's straight girls right there, my friends.
I wanted to sing Neil Diamond tunes.
When I began, I can't begin to win.
I grew up listening to him with my folks, and just, yeah, I've never stopped listening to him. And his songs are always great. They have great storylines and corny. Just a hairy, obnoxious Italian dork. He's come a long way too. I started out, you know, drawing on my own mustache and whatever, but now he's got the facial hair going, and he's just getting nastier and grosser as we go along. I look for the person that's just, well, close up in the front or whatever, and they're just like, you can tell if you go up to them, you're really gonna get a response. I love that.
If I'm a female impersonating a male, again, it'd have to be a girly boy, because I would never pretend to really be a guy. I mean, come on. I grew up with crushes on all those girly rock stars, Jim Morrison, Mick Jagger. And so I started thinking about Mick Jagger, and I copied his moves from, you know, the age of 7, and I started thinking how I could personify Mick Jagger. I'm so into Mick Jagger. I'm gonna have an entire Mick Jagger. I'm just gonna do Mick for a little while.
A lot of drag kings either play on the misogyny or just the kind of manliness of being a man. And gentlemen are really subtle. I'm really paying attention to kind of my own inspirations and my own ideas.
I don't think the Glam King does fit into any category. It's not a boy, but it's not a girl, but it's not femme, but it's not butch. It's this kind of other. And I think there is something sexy in that.
Just pull it back into a ponytail. It's fine. That's fine. Just put it back behind your ears. Okay.
I look like a girl more than ever. Shit. All right, that works. Okay. Shut the fuck up.
Jennifer Johannesson did a West Side Story piece where it was tons of really fun dancing, and so my family's from New York, and so my dad was kind of one of those guys running around, and it really reminded me of kind of stuff I grew up with.
When I sing on stage in drag, you know, I've decided, you know, I want to show the best. I want to do the best I can, and I think people don't mind that I'm not like singing like a dude, you know?
Another piece that I did called Live, Live, Nude, Nude, Girls, Girls. It's a trio.
How do I go down on a woman?
The women are wearing men's BVDs and their backs are to the audience, and the whole piece consists of jogging in place and going into headstands.
First time I really did drag, I saw a Guns N' Roses video and just decided for some reason that I really related to some part of Axl Rose. I tried to kind of put myself in a 13-year-old boy mindset. You know, I do think that like Axl Rose is sexy in a really weird way. He's kind of nasty in some ways, kind of like that dirty, sexy boy, whatever.
Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, where do we go now? Where do we go? Sweet child, where do we go now? Where do we go now?
I think I was more of like a baby back then, you know? Just being around the girls, the guys, them, learning from them, watching them. I mean, seriously, I was like, what do I do? I was watching people get taped down and all this, and I'm like, whoa, you know? This is serious business.
I don't like having breasts particularly, and my breasts aren't very large, but it's kind of, I like binding them and having them really flat because I just, you know, it's one less thing in the way.
And it hurts like a bitch. It hurts. I don't know, if you're PMSing and you try to put a wrap around your breast, ow. But it really helps to add to the sense of compactness.
Unless I'm like wearing a plunging Aerosmith, Steven Tyler neckline, and you know, then I just tape them apart.
Facial hair. We use a stuffed spirit gum. Well, I just took the hair off my wig, chopped it up into little pieces, and just start patting it away.
And then sometimes I do like a little soul patch, and sometimes I don't. That's kind of played out, like everyone's doing that. And sideburns are really important.
I've started to wear a little bit of facial hair, but mostly I like to just accentuate the features that I have.
So to bring out the male qualities, you know, you can do shadowing to make your nose look bigger, to make your nostrils look wider, to make your jaw look bigger, and sort of, you know, the hair, places where you'd have hair, you can do that just with shadowing.
I never, ever, ever, probably won't ever pack. I just won't do it. You know, and I refuse to be a character who would pack.
Depending upon the character and how tight my pants are, I will pack.
I have a strap-on harness, and I usually wear that. And I have like a big, kind of floppy dildo. I feel less shy, more obnoxious, crasser, kind of piggish. It kind of is uninhibiting or disinhibiting, I guess.
Shiny pants is a must. The more reflective, the better. You know, if I feel like the character really moves a lot in his pelvis, is going to have a lot of attention there anyway, I'll wear a little packing penis, which is this little soft, squishy, kind of stretchy thing. It kind of, you know, it's mobile in the right way so that you're not like sticking a tent.
Oh shit, I broke it. No, you didn't. I did. Here, you broke it? I didn't mean to. We need safety pin ASAP.
There's definite ritual to wanting to be a drag queen. You put on makeup that looks like a man putting on makeup to become a woman. It just takes this level of caricature or cartoonish value to hyper-femininity. I go to Venus and I buy stripper underwear. It's gorgeous. I always wear garters, false eyelashes, the wig. My nails will have to be painted. They gotta be painted. Find the jewelry that matches, put it all on, and I make sure I'm wearing heels like at least this high.
I don't really know what my sexual orientation is.
I'm like, I'd say 90% lesbian.
I guess queer would be the closest term.
Well, I'm definitely a dyke.
I think I do have some kind of I have some kind of gender discordance deal going on, but I'm not really sure what it is because I don't want to have a sex change, but I think there's definitely like a part of me that feels like I am a guy.
My partner likes to refer to me as a tough femme.
I identify myself generally by saying I date women.
She said her love for me would never die, but that would change if she ever found out about you and I. Oh, but her love is cold. It would not hurt her if she did not know. Now my mind is made up. I want to feel your touch. I'm going to run to you. I'm going to run to you. And if the feeling is right, I'm going to stay all night. I'm going to run to
There were a number of different drag shows of kind of running a full gamut. Female impersonators, female male impersonators. Nothing was directed towards women who date women. You know, everything was either straight or directed towards gay men. So part of my desire was to create that and to create a fun and entertaining environment.
This is what it sounds like when the doves cry.
So we've taken drag out of a bar and into a theater.
When that shark bite with his teeth big, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy glows though where so Maggie deep, so there's never a trace of red.
The people in our show aren't what you might conventionally call a dyke, if you can conventionally call anybody a dyke.
John Maggs consistently blows me away. He's just a gorgeous woman and a really beautiful man.
Big fake boobs. Woo! Okay, they're not big, but
Do you hickeys from them?
if I don't watch it, yes. Like, cause if they do,
You're too rough with your...
yeah, and I let them stick there for a while, I'll end up with big hickeys on my boobs.
We have flaming straight boys, you know, straight men who impersonate Laurie Anderson. We have drag queens.
Un jour sur votre passage, un particulier coiffé d'un fromage tenant dans ses doigts un poisson dans une cage. C'est un zazou, c'est un zazou.
And we have high femme divas doing high femme diva drag.
I just wrap it up like honey. I drip when a fellow sends me flowers. I drool over dresses made of lace. I talk on the telephone for hours with a pound and a half of cream upon my face. I'm strictly a female, and my future I hope will be in the home of a brave and free man who will enjoy being a guy, having a girl like me.
Everyone is very queer and in their sensibilities and in the way they think. I do think of them as dykes.
I'm trying to figure out what people find sexy about the show, because to me, I feel like we're just a bunch of dorks up there.
One of my primary questions in wanting to do the show was, what makes a woman in a suit sexy? And so partly it was just putting myself in that place to try and learn that question. I still don't really know the answer. I think it just is.
What's sexy? Hips wiggling are sexy. Big lips are sexy. Vamping out, showing flesh, showing movement, voluptuous movement.
The core group that started Dykes Do Drag are all professional performers in some other venue.
My performance experience has included dancing in Minneapolis.
Mostly modern dance and jazz and hip hop. Ended up in San Francisco in a rock band.
Played bass.
I started out as a ballet dancer.
I started singing at a really young age.
I first started performing in the Nutcracker when I was 7.
So that influences how we represent drag.
I look out from Avalon on the rocks, a gift wrapped wig standing on the box. With your blow dry feather back, going home to live over his book. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. Suddenly I'm Miss Beehive 1963 until I wake up and I turn back to myself. I'll never turn back.
Come to a drag show, see how many women will come in drag. There's definitely a desire. We want to do it. We want to be able to live out that ultimate exaggeration of the part of us that we love.